All right, y'all, what's going on, man? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about Alabama's #2 overall class. I'm going to hit a few key recruits for them and talk a little about this special class they're building under Keine Russell. Yeah, man, Alabama got an absolute stud in this kid right here, man. This kid is something special. Keine Russell, man, plays for Duncanville, man. He had an outstanding summer, Elite 11 Finals MVP. Also did pretty good at the Rivals camp as well, man. He's led Duncanville to back-to-back state championships, man, and one of the higher classifications in Texas. I mean, what he's doing right now is something special, man. Last year threw for nearly 3,500 yards, 38 touchdowns, so only 3 interceptions. The kid gets better and better and better. They also flipped this kid from SMU, all the way to come to Bama, man. So you know they're doing an outstanding job, man, to get a marquee type of talent. This 5-star quarterback, man. And you can make the argument him and Decorium Moore is the #1 duo in the country in high school, man. They just that special. They're a top 10 team nationally according to Max Preps. This kid right here, something special, man. So knocked it out the box with this one. All right, then you got another Texas product in Tai Haywood, man. Big, 6'5", 285, anchors on the offensive line, man. Great offensive tackle. Projects, man, as a multi-year starter potentially. Has some NFL potential as well. Has quick hands, good feet, moves very well. Can pass block at a high rate. Can leave him one-on-one on the island. He does his thing. Also can get out in space and screens and set up blocks that way. Opens up big holes as well. Big-time target they got just recently. All right, this kid right here, man, Anthony Rogers, man. I got to see him up close and personal. I went to the UA camp back in Nashville, man, and seen this kid. Now, I know some fans be like, well, he's only 5'8", man. But this kid's a stud, man. Great lower body build. You know what I'm saying? He can take on a lot of contact. I watched some of his IMG film. Now, he didn't have his best stats there, but you know how IMG works. They have multiple teams. They like to get everybody involved, so it's difficult. But he still had over 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. He transferred back home to Carver Montgomery, man, where he's going to be the lead tailback. So expect for his numbers to jump up. But this is a major kid, especially if they can lead this recruitment. He could be one of the better ones kind of to come out. And I know he's only a 4-star, but this kid is a stud. All right, and then we got Justin Hill out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Ohio is kind of a slept-on state, man, when you really think about the prospects that come out and what they're able to produce. But he plays for Winton Woods, big-time prospect, 6'3", 220 pounds, man. Y'all peep this about him. Last year, so he went into his sophomore season, only 5.5 sacks, nearly doubled his totals to 13 sacks. Great off the edge, good closing speed, can come off and finish plays. He's an absolute finisher plays. I think he projects better as an edge, a defensive end, more so than linebacker, right? He just has the tools, good hands, man. Uses great pass rush moves, gets to the quarterback. This is another standout player that they were able to land, man. So again, another slept-on state is Ohio. Last but not least, landing this stud right here, Caleb Cunningham, 6'1", 190 pounds. He's from Mississippi, man. They got him to get out of the state of Mississippi. No Mississippi State, no Ole Miss, man. This is a major guy that they got recently as well. As you can see, July 13th, they landed him. Peep his season, y'all. Cunningham had 48 catches, 1,138 yards, and 14 touchdowns, man. He was an absolute problem, man. And his deep threat ability, his yak yardage, that's going to be a problem. So you pair that in a couple years with Ryan Williams, and you might be saying next year or that following year, a Alabama wide receiver U is back. That's how good and talented this kid is, especially if you can keep this recruitment. Like, yo, I watched some of his tape, Choctaw County. This kid is a next-level type of prospect, man. So Alabama's doing their thing, man. They are a top team right now nationally just far as the recruiting class at #2. We'll see if they can maybe put a little bit of pressure out there and go up to #1, but they're doing an outstanding job. And I know a lot of people are worried about Keine Russell. Obviously, this season is going to be very important for Bama. See if they can get to a college football playoff. But I will say this, man. This is how you bring the talent back in, man. So, obviously, they trust in what DeBoer is doing. Yeah, man, what do y'all think of Alabama's recruiting class? Y'all come holler at me. Make sure you go to Score Atlanta YouTube page. Maybe we're going to be posting that on there as well. So I want to get y'all thoughts, fans, Alabama fans. We obviously cover this with the shows. We ain't doing no shows right now because we're building the studio and everything. But I want to give y'all an update on Alabama recruiting. Now, comment below what y'all thoughts on this #2 class.